Alicia.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are present in the state of Ohio versus Nicholas Richards on case 26-CR-136. We are here today for purposes of sentencing. The defendant is in court represented by counsel Michael Goldberg. When we were last here on June 24th, the defendant waived his right to indictment and pled guilty by way of information to count 1, being attempted tampering with evidence, a felony of the 4th degree, and count 2, possession of cocaine, a felony of the 5th degree, with the attached forfeiture specification. The court referred the defendant for a pre-sentence report and drug and alcohol evaluation. Those reports have been completed and the state is prepared to proceed with sentencing.
Thank you. Mr. Goldberg.
Thank you, Your Honor. I had a chance to look at the PSI. I don't offer any corrections to that document. It seems to fairly and accurately point out and reflect the background of Mr. Richards. Admittedly, he's got a serious drug problem. It's led to serious problems in the criminal justice system. He's reached a point now where he has spent. He's been in some sort of incarceration from February of this year through late June of this year, where he finished his 90 to 100 days at CBCF, then came here to deal with this matter. As the court knows, he did plead to a bill of information. He's taken responsibility for his actions, and I provided the court with some paperwork showing that he has tested negative with Signature Health a number of times. That was started before his incarceration, and then the latest letter I have is dated yesterday from the Treatment Alternative Street Crime Unit in Cuyahoga County, and they're indicating that Mr. Richards is entering into a IOP program with a minimum of 24 sessions starting the week of July 16th. Right now he's attending 3 sessions a week and 1 counseling session a week. And I believe that he's got his best chance going forward to continue this programming, knowing that he has felonies here that should he violate a community control sanction, that this court would give him the privilege of serving. He's got plenty of time over his head. Right now, he's in a good spot. He's motivated to stay sober. He's taking Vivitrol. He is not working right now, but he will be working once treatment deems that that's appropriate for him. So we'd ask the court to consider a community control sanction, given the factors the court must consider under 29, 29, 11, and 12. And I don't think I need to go through those. I know the court's going to consider them. So we'd ask the court to impose a community control sanction and either suspend or elect a sentence that would be imposed if Mr. Richards doesn't follow through and do what he's supposed to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Richards, what do you want to tell me before I sentence you?
Yes, Your Honor. Just like to apologize for what I did to the courts. February 24th, I admitted myself in Stella Maris rehab to start this journey. And then I went to CBCF for up to 6 months. I did 98 days there. And, right when I got out last month, the 22nd, I did what I was supposed to do. I jumped right into my programming. This time, I've never done it this way. I've got a sponsor. I'm working through the steps. My sponsor's here with me today. I just started my 8th step. I'm just very confident that I got it this time, and I just hope that the courts will give me a mercy to show myself and prove myself that I'll do what's right this time. Because that's all, Your Honor.
Well, the record indicates you've been, how old are you now?
29?
29?
Yes, Your Honor.
The record indicates you've been playing around with the drugs for at least 15, 16 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's a list of the treatment programs you've gone to in the past, which is upwards of about 10. So, and by some modern miracle, you're on intervention in Cuyahoga. I don't know how that happened. But what's different this time than every other time?
I'm just so whooped and just tore up from like the substance abuse life. You know, I just want something better in my life this time, and it's different. You know, I'm actually like working my program honestly and thorough this time with, you know, a sponsor, going to meetings. I got a home group. You know, never done it this way. I got more motivation this time. I'm just ready to just move on my life and just be a member of the community and just be successful in life and do everything I'm doing today to prove it. And
What's the source of your motivation?
just a better life. My daughter,
How old's your daughter?
9, be 10 this year. I just want a better life.
Is she aware of all this stuff?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is she fully aware of all this stuff?
Yes, Your Honor.
What, so you talked about February 26th and what you did after. You went where immediately?
February 24th. So I had 11 months of sobriety before when I got into the diversionary program for drug court. I got about 11 months sobriety, and then, you know, I messed up. I had a relapse. I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Well, all right, let me stop you. What were the circumstances of the relapse?
Alcohol. Started with alcohol. Like I just,
what happened on a date certain that you decided it would be after 11 months it'd be a good idea to go drink?
just a few things. I mean, nothing significant in my life going on. I just kind of stopped. Like, I mean, I didn't have a sponsor at that time. I was just kind of like going to meetings. I wasn't taking it serious, and I just didn't have anybody to call like that I trusted. And I just had some stuff going on in my head, and just took the wrong choice and chose to go to a bar and pick up and start drinking again. And then that
Who was this pain in the ass you were with that night?
Colin Simpson.
What's his story? How do you know him?
Well, I grew up with him. Like went to school with him in Mayfield. He's an old friend of mine. Not a friend anymore. He's still not doing the right thing, so I choose not to be around him.
So you called up Simpson that day and said, let's go to downtown Willoughby? Or what? What happened?
I mean, yeah, it led to that, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It was just a wrong choice. And I feel ashamed of
What
it.
did you, I mean, it was a conscious decision to do that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you think the outcome of that was going to be?
I mean, to be honest, in the back of my head, I thought in my head that like I could just go out and just have a drink and it'd be all right.
I'm amazed when people tell me that.
But like in the back of my head, I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. You know, I had 11 months of sobriety, and I just knew it wasn't the right thing to do. But I just was just
Okay.
slipping, and it was a mistake. But now, you know, today I have people I can call. A lot of people in the program.
All right, so get back to what you did right after, where you went after that.
It would be. I mean, I left the downtown Willoughby.
No, I mean the treatment aspect.
Oh, well, so when I knew it was getting like, it was like a 2-week stint, you know, I kind of relapsed, and I knew it was getting, I knew where it was going, so I went to Stelmare's detox, and back then they let me in. They didn't have any beds, but I just went down there, and I knew that it was somewhere that they could get me somewhere, because I didn't want to live like that. So I went there, and they admitted me, and I was there for about 4 days in detox, and then they sent me up to the dorms for 90 days, and then from then I had court with Cuyahoga County, because they knew that I relapsed, and then got in trouble here. So they sent me to CBCF, and remanded me, and then sent me there until last month. You know,
Okay, so
27.
what did you do when you were at the CBCF?
Like thinking for a change, some anger classes, fatherhood classes, relapse prevention.
What's the most important aspect of relapse prevention?
Like to not pick up, just I mean, it's all like based on like to stop it, like it's all your thought system, you know, it's all conscious decisions. When something happens in my life or something that I know that's occurring, for me to weigh out the pros and cons, to sit there and think about the consequences and the pros and know what's right and what's wrong, and to not act on impulse and, you know, focus. And that's what I do today. Still, I focus on my thoughts, my thought process, and just know what's right and what's wrong, and just think it through and play the tape forward, and just know where it's going to take me if I was to choose that route, and the right route to choose.
When did you finish the CBCF?
The 22nd of June.
Okay, then what? What was the next aspect of your treatment?
Well, I came here, and then when I came here, and then Collier County wanted me to do an assessment after I got out of here. You guys, well, then I got picked up from Mentor, and Mentor, they got that case over with and just gave me time served. And then I went to Collier County, and they did an assessment and recommended IOP. So that's what I'm currently doing now, IOP. And then on my own, I engaged in one-on-one therapy, trauma therapy and stuff that I'm doing at Signature Health out here. And I do IOP Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 hours a day.
Where is that?
Collier County task.
Okay.
And then I come out here, because I live out here in Mentor now. I go to Signature Health in Willoughby for one-on-one therapy, trauma therapy, and do my Vivitrol injection there for alcohol once a month. And I do my meds there and stuff other than counseling.
What meds you on?
Lexapro, Wellbutrin, and Vivitrol.
Okay, what's your diagnosis?
Anxiety, depression.
How long is the IOP scheduled for?
I started last month, I think I started the 16th of this month, sorry. And it's 28 sessions, and it's 3 days a week. So if I add it up, I mean,
9 weeks plus?
yeah, and then I do aftercare for once a week for 4 weeks. And after I complete that, and I haven't missed a day, so I'm going right on track. So about a month and a half when I got.
What's the status of your drug court program?
So I mean, if all goes well, I can get off like 6-7 months. I mean, I can get off earlier if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, which I am. And I got a drug court. I go tomorrow for it's just like once a week or once a month or sometimes every other week. But tomorrow I go for, technically it would be the violation hearing because they wanted me to see you first. But they're just gonna, I mean, they need to send me a CBCF and stuff. So everything's looking good for out there too, if everything goes well. And then drug court out there, I have like an app on my phone. I got to check in every day. It scans my face and it tells me if I got to drop that day. It's random urine screens, at least 2 or more a week. I see my PO down there once a week. Well, she just moved me in every other week. And I'm actively in there. They do these Project 180 things and stuff. I'm going to be attending them.
How many meetings you going to a week?
At least 4. Collier County says 3, but since I've been out, I'm going to about 4 or 5 a week. I just got my first home group. Just did my 5th step with the priest of Holy Name last week, and so I'm starting about in my 6th and 7th. I'm about to start my 8th step amends, which I'm starting now.
And how long have you had your current sponsor?
Since when I went to Stella Maris, February 24th, it was like a couple days after that. I believe it was a Tuesday. The next Tuesday after that, he came and did a group at Stella Maris, and then it just I asked him then. I liked his story and what he had, and I wanted what he had, and so I asked him to be my sponsor, and I've been doing it ever since. While I was in CBCF, I was calling him. working my program in there. They didn't have much AA in there, but I made sure to keep in touch with him while I was working through my 4th step and stuff, and I just had him ever since. So late February, I've had him.
How much contact do you have?
He's with me today.
Right.
I talk to him every other day. We go to meetings. I go to some meetings with him and stuff. And, very frequent contact.
All right, so you're not working obviously right now, right?
No, I have some part-time work lined up. Doing part-time work that in between like my groups and stuff. I just wanted to wait until after court with you.
What kind of work you doing?
This would be like landscaping, like construction, just like part-time here and there until group clears up a little bit, and then I plan to get in the union.
For what? What kind of work?
Well, more like 860, like labor union. You know, I'm young. You know, it's a
What are you
job.
good at?
Huh?
What are you good at? What are you good at? If you're in a union and you're going to be a laborer, what? What are you going to do?
Well, it'd be like railway highway. You know, they got apprenticeships, so I mean, in the long run, I'd like to be like a machine operator. You know, but you know, you got to start as just a laborer. You know, railway highway work my way up. But you know, they'll teach me the ropes. And I mean, I haven't done much construction in my life, but just a little bit here and there. I worked at a pool company for a little while, stuff like that. I mean, I like the concrete industry, so hopefully something like that. The union.
You got your license valid right now?
Yes, Ron.
All right, anything else you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
All right, have a seat, Ms. Alessi.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is reluctantly recommending community control sanctions.
There's that word again.
I say reluctantly because I think the defendant's criminal history, his history of probation violations, the fact that he has prior prison certainly justifies a prison recommendation here. However, the state did consider the fact that the defendant has been engaged in treatment since this offense. You know, and I hope for Mr. Richards' sake he continues to do well. But, you know, based on the past history here, I certainly have my reservations. As of today, the defendant has 7 days of jail time credit. We just asked the court to order the defendant to continue with his drug and alcohol treatment. Thank you.
Tell me about your 11 months in prison a few years back.
You know, I was on probation, had a violation, and they sent me to prison for 12 months.
How'd you like that? Anything positive happen while you were in prison? A lot of good people willing to help you out while you were in prison?
Yeah. Answer verbally.
No, Your Honor.
Nothing but a shit show, right? Okay. All right, have a seat. All right, I've considered I've reviewed the pre-sentence report, the drug and alcohol evaluation. And I have considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to place you on community control for a period of 4 years. 7 days in jail with credit for 7. You're to have no drugs or alcohol with screens. You're going to comply with all the terms of your intervention plan in Cuyahoga County. You do attend at least 4 AA meetings a week and maintain your sponsor and home group. At the appropriate time, obtain and maintain full employment. Continue with your mental health treatment with Signature Health and follow all recommendations. You're to see only one doctor and one dentist and one pharmacy for prescription medication. And you are to take your medication only as prescribed. If you have the need for a second doctor, you got to inform probation of who that is. You're going to sign releases so we can get all your records. And you're going to pay the costs and supervision fees. Anything else, Ms. Randazzo?
Would Your Honor like to order a no contact with?
No contact with, what's his name, Simpson? No contact with Simpson. You understand all the terms?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question about the terms?
No, Your Honor.
If you violate, then the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. If I find you violated, then Ms. Aleshi's reluctance will be well taken and you'll go to prison for 30 months. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now I'm going to transfer your supervision to Cuyahoga County. So one of the things also is that you have to comply with all the terms of your intervention plan. That's another term of your community control. So they will supervise you. Our probation department will be in contact with your probation officer so we know what's going on down there. When you finish, if you successfully finish your intervention and you're released to your obligation to Cuyahoga, you're still on probation here. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, because in my mind, if you finish up with them, best case scenario, you said 6 or 7 months. Okay, I still want you on because I don't think that's enough time in view of your at least 15, 16-year history with all this nonsense. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions at all?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Alessi?
Just the forfeiture of property, Your Honor.
Items subject to forfeiture are forfeited. Mr. Goldberg?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All rise.
I'll talk. Like you have to go to